Hey FFBE, what's going on? So, a little bit late here, I know, but Thanksgiving here for those of us in the United States took up my whole week last week, and then I had a pretty busy work week this week, so I'm just able just now to get this video out, and I do apologize for that. But this is the near Formidable Engels 2022 event. It's pretty easy. We're going to go ahead and go into the EXT version of the fight. Party of 5 or less, clear without being KO'd, and clear within 5 turns. If you've got new Neo Visions, it's pretty easy. The strategy in here says weakness to lightning and light, so if you've got, you know, Esther or whatever, you can go in there and pop it. It's a machine type enemy, and if you have a physical cover tank, you're pretty much immune. It does do AoE paralysis, and it does do single target stop. So let's go ahead and go in, look at the fight. If you were going to do this fight, I'm going to suggest that the strategy that we're using is you're going to look for a friend 2B. That is going to be the carry, a friend 2B from the fight. Now, you would want to look for whoever is on the list that is your strongest 2B, specifically 2B. All right, and you can see I've got some pretty strong 2Bs on the friends list, but I didn't want to bring one of those because I've got some pretty strong 2Bs on my friends list, so I wanted to bring one of my own and simulate a weaker 2B. All right, that's the wrong team. There we go. So we're going to simulate a weaker 2B. So this is just an EX1 2B. She's got 5,800 attack, and we can check it out and see that she doesn't have any attack pots, and she doesn't have anything in her regular form, just no gear at all. And then in her Brave Shift form, she is geared just barely. So we see her with her Trust Mastery on STMR and Indestructible Light. You want to see her with that chain cap. Really, what you want from her in either or both forms is get the LB damage up, get the machine killer up, and then if you can get the attack and TDH up. That's really what you want to see from her, and then as high of attack as you can get on her. Okay? So that's the 2B. Now, the other units I'm going to be using are Mastermind Zahn, Original Sylvie, Waka, and a little Onion Knight, okay? So what do we got equipped on these guys? We've got 100% Provoke, 100% Evasion on Mastermind Zahn. You could also throw a Stop Immunity on him if you're having problems with that, but we shouldn't need to because of Sylvie. All right, I also threw a little bit of LB fill on him just in case, but we shouldn't need that. Okay, so just 100% Provoke, 100% Evasion on Mastermind Zahn. And then Sylvie just has her STMR. That's all she's got. Waka has his Trust Mastery. I think that's his Trust Mastery, right? Over the top? Yeah, it's his Trust Mastery. Okay, so he's just got his TMR on. That's it. And Onion Knight in his regular form has 1,000 needles and his TMR. And then in his Brave Shift form, he is built for magic and MP with any physical machine killers that he can get. Okay, and he has the practice session card. You do not even necessarily even need him in the party or to be geared if you have a good 2B friend. This is just a little fail-safe in case you do not have a good 2B friend. Okay, let's go ahead and go in. I'm gonna turn my in-game volume up just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off where 2B, we're going to make sure that she is in her regular form. So where she's starting in her base form, she's going to do triple cast, and she's going to do pod charge for, this is 400% to attack buff. Okay, and that's pretty much it. It's 400% to attack buff. And then she's going to do reduce light. So that is a light imperil for 140%, a light damage boost for 60%, and added light element. Okay. Bom, bom, bom. And then she can just do some damage. Waka is going to do defense and spirit break. We'll go ahead and get that in. Sylvie is going to do, once I get there, triple the fun. And she's going to do, once I find it, Gracious Knight. Gracious Knight gives you attack, and it gives you parameter reduction resistance, which is great, and it also gives you stop resistance for that stop the boss does. So we have the parameter reduction removal. Okay, Gracious Knight. And then we're scrolling up for Spring Cleaning. Spring Cleaning gives you the status ailment immunity, which we need the paralysis immunity, in case you find your 2B friend doesn't have paralysis immunity. And everything else, let's do Protective Vines. I don't know, just another skill there. Awaken Onion Knight is going to do 1,000 needles for AoE Mirage. We're doing the AoE Mirage instead of bringing a physical cover tank. If you don't need the damage from Awaken Onion Knight, you could just bring Runda or something. And then from Zon, we can do, let's see here, we'll do Reflector, and we'll do Critical Mirror on 2B, Elemental Mirror on 2B, and then I'll just do Critical Mirror again. We'll have 2B do her moves, light imbue herself, give herself a buff, etc., etc. All right, great. And now 2B is going to shift. She's going to Brave Shift. She's going to triple cast. She's going to do Supreme Support Weapon, which is just huge light elemental boost. And then she's going to do Machine Killer, which is just a huge Machine Killer buff, 250% for herself. And then she's going to do a Void. A Void is 5 stacks of Mirage, or 4 stacks of Mirage for 4 turns. Okay? Which is amazing. And it also does a Katana Imperil. Sylvie is going to get a little bit of a magic buff on Awaken Onion Knight there. So let's do tiniest little bit of magic buff, and we can do a defense and spirit buff too, why not? Awaken Onion Knight he can Brave Shift, I guess, and I don't know, cast Re-Raise on Mastermind Zon, I guess. I don't know, just anything. He doesn't need to do anything this turn. Waka can do just move, and Mastermind Zon is gonna do Critical Mirror on 2B, Elemental Mirror on 2B, and then Projected Mirror. Okay, so we're gonna steal every little buff that 2B has, and we're going to give it to the whole rest of the party. Okay, the boss does AoE physical again, some single target physicals. We're fine, we've survived all of that. All right, so this is turn 3. Turn 3, we're gonna have 2B is gonna use Triple Bolting Strike. You could also Brave Shift her back down to her regular form here and use her LB, which is a Triple Bolting Strike LB. We're gonna have Onion Knight use Meteor. We're gonna have Mastermind Zon use Catch Me If You Can and Triple Bolting Strike. We can have Waka use his LB just to get rid of that, because his super LB is actually worse than his regular LB. And Sylvie can do... Let's get that stop resistance and paralyze resistance back, just in case. Gracious Knight. There we go. Spring Cleaning, Gracious Knight. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use Sage. Wait a second. And then hit those two. Okay, great. We can knock them down to 27%. We're going to go to turn 4. Little AoE physical, little single target physical, and some single target stop. No problem. We survived it. So here we are at turn 4. We're just going to reload. And if you're having a problem, you could use an elixir on Sage, because items are allowed. There is no items quest. And then you could just do the same move again. And the boss is dead. Again, 2B in basically any form carries this, so search your friends list for any 2B you can find that is halfway geared, and you should be able to get carried through this event very fast and very well. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I actually waited a week and a half to clear this for you guys. All right, we got 200 Lapis, Wonka, 5 or less, nobody dies, clear within 5 turns. There we go. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out. Much love and peace.